And so, come on here. And so you invited your parents along.
Yeah, the pastor of our church, Tim Coleman, gave me a book to read, your book, Miracles in the Dust. So I handed it on to my dad, and he'd been reading it, and he's had back injuries for 60 years, where I've seen him right from a little girl. He hasn't been able to walk. That's Dad.
Wow.
Yeah, crunched over. He's had back surgery where they put plates and pins in his back, and then that went wrong, and the screws broke off in his back, and he's barely been able to walk. So for quite some time we've been praying that he could shift back to Woodner to live near us, and earlier this year they got a perfect house so they could shift back to Woodner. And I was talking to him about your book, and after he'd read it he was really moved by it, and at the time I was talking to him, Heidi Coleman sent me a text to say that you would be coming over here. So I said to Dad, well, the guy you've just read about is coming to Midlanton, do you want to come and see him? And a bit later on he said, oh, I think I should go and have something done to my back to see if they can fix it. And I said, well, how about you come over here? And on Thursday the hospital gave him a walker to get around with, and I said, well, you can get rid of that because you won't be needing it after the weekend. And he waited till the end yesterday, and he was the last person you prayed for.
This is this fella here. And he couldn't stand like that, could he?
No.
He couldn't even stand. They had to help him into the meeting. He couldn't walk on his own. He had a walker. He couldn't stand, couldn't get in out of a chair. And what happened yesterday?
I got to walking.
And you had that crippling pain for 40 years?
About 60.
60 years.
60 years. And after prayer yesterday, what happened?
It was different.
The pain has left you.
Yeah, I just sort of, as habit, I'm trying to keep leaning forward. I don't know why. I think it's the muscles in my back and my knees. And that's
You've walked like that for so long.
Mm.
So you had that pain for 60 years, and after prayer it left you yesterday.
Yeah, it would be about that.
You think about it, 60 years, he's got a broken screw in his spine. The daughter says to him, don't know how to walk and get to the meeting. He was the very last one I prayed for yesterday as I was walking out. He never came to the front. He was in too much pain to even get to the front. And I just put my hand on his spine and said, in the name of Jesus, I command that broken screw to dissolve in his spine, and Lord, deliver him. And God just healed him.
Wow. Yep.
That's amazing. It's an amazing day.
It is, and when you were praying over the whole congregation, my mum dislocated her shoulder some time ago, and when you said place your hand on the part that's sore, I just elbowed her and said, well, put your hand on your shoulder. And, a bit later on, we were sitting there after she'd even had a cup of tea and everything, and I said, so how's that shoulder going? And she just lifted her arm straight up.
Yeah. Show us how you do it. Now show us how you used to lift your shoulder. How did you have to do it before?
Yeah, pick it up.
You couldn't do it. For how long did you have to do that for?
Since April last year.
And the doctor was going to do surgery on it.
They said I'd torn the main tendon in the shoulder and I had to wait for surgery because they reckon I have a calcifying vein in the heart which is closing over. They won't, while the report Lincoln won't give me an anaesthetic in case the heart stops beating. I'll have to go to Adelaide. So I'm on the waiting list at the Royal Adelaide to have the shoulder done, but I
And so this was so amazing. She's sitting in the meeting, and we always see a lot more healed to put their hand up. And I just prayed over it. People were a bit shy yesterday, and the lady with the neck said, oh, eventually that was me, I got healed my punchy neck. And I said, there's other people who got healed, and you're going to find out you're healed later. And so this lady didn't even know she was healed. Till the daughter said later, hey, how about your arm?
Yeah, that's right, because we had Tim pray over our congregation the way you pray here, and I've seen people healed there, so I knew it would work.
And then yesterday, you could raise your arm and no pain.
No.
And how bad was the pain before?
Oh, well, I didn't used to use it much. I used to go like this and get it up.
Because it was too painful too.
It would catch, because it used to keep, I'd get about there, and then I'd have to go like that, because otherwise it would catch.
Well, raise it up. It's not awesome.
Yeah.
Now, you know what's amazing? God created the tendon, or put the tendon back while she was sitting there.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing? God did a creative miracle in a shoulder that needs major surgery to fix it up. God got that just sitting in the meeting, and then she never even knew she was healed. I think it's pretty funny. God bless you. Good on you, mate. You can pray for him later. We'll pray for you later.
I can do anything, I can do all things, 'cause it's you who gives me strength. Nothing is impossible.